Hey, this is Mike from 501ppc.com. Wanted to do a quick overview of one of the items that we could focus on isolating and improving, and that would be the footer section of the website. So typically when people can't get to what they're looking for on a website, they'll go straight to the footer and look for some navigation before going back straight to the top, and they either back out of the website or they go to use some of the primary navigation. So I mapped out with AI and also just experience in general with conversion rate optimization some core things that you can look at, including some donation information, specific contact info that you want to promote. Sometimes people want forms or calls or text messages. Make that clear in the footer how you want people to reach out to you. You can have the about section as well. The AI code recommendation put the about section at the front left, but I would honestly swap these sections around a bit. And the reason why I say that is if you want someone to take an action or go to the next step of whatever it is you're having them do, you really want to make sure that you put those things loud and clear up front. So you can see here, read left to right. Donate, big button, become a member. Whatever the priorities are, it should read left to right. And then, the About Us section. Another thing, too, is legal and compliance can go across the very bottom of the footer. It doesn't need to have its own column, but you definitely should have some more privacy policy stuff in this footer. It's non-compliant in a general sense. I'd imagine that there's probably a few things that you have to have in your footer as a nonprofit. So I really think you should recommend, I really recommend that you should get that updated. Also, don't include the email in the footer because then you'll get a bunch of spam. You can have a phone number, but if somebody wants to reach out to you, send them to the contact page so they can fill out a form. It's way more secure. But yeah, the idea is just kind of play around, get the logo in the footer as well, and just make it a little bit more formal. And figure out some different ways of using that footer real estate to get people to take more action. Last but not least, accessibility. I wanted to mention that you want to make sure your website's ADA compliant. That is a requirement. And with the way the site is built, you should be able to make it more accessible. But just want to make sure that you have that feature enabled as well. Your website is built on WordPress, so there are ADA compliant tools that you can use. So I would highly recommend getting that checked out and then making sure you have that built into your website. So that's the other thing. There's some other options here that you have as well for things that you can improve, but I would say just to kind of start small and give yourself a goal of something that can make an impact is updating this footer section. If you have any questions, please let me know.